Get out of my swamp! It was a law, I had to make the joke. Anyway, we don't have a lot of swamps in Pokemon. There was a Safari Zone in Gen 4, where you could catch a Krogunk, and, I think anyway. And then there was also, oh yeah, so there was a place in Gen 6 that was an actual, like, thing, and you could catch Goodra there. That was pretty neat. Also, funnily enough, the the Safari Zone in Gen 4 had one of my favorite moments in, well, Pokemon Randomizer Nuzlocke. It was original 151 versus Dobbs Gaming. He went to Safari Zone and got himself an Infernape. But since everything was randomized, that included the abilities. And his Infernape's ability was Slow Start. Man, simultaneously got Bullseye and a frickin' Zonk at the same time.
But all you see are some familiar Pokemon. Mushy Mind, Kettytuff, and even the rare Phasbagor are seen here, along with a couple of new species.
Of course there'd be new Pokemon. Why wouldn't there be? Bats!
Little bat. This line
every Gen 1 player loves Zubat. Isn't that right? Well, so that'd be one guy, or girl, whatever.
We're starting out with something that has more general vampire vibes. So, we get wings that feel like a fun cape.
That's a nice little thing, like a hat.
Like emo hair, and some big old lashes, since this line will lean a bit more feminine. What with
that's nice.
Nungal's inspiration. I want this little bugger to start out pretty friendly.
Yeah, it seems got mixed up a little bit.
In fact, it will be just a mono flying type. It could easily be a dark type too, and we will get there. But the lore for this line has it resisting that for now.
Alright, well that's fine. So it's gonna be like the lady that Dracula bit and isn't quite a vampire yet, but technically is one of those things.
Some find this flying type's appearance to
Shiny's kind of lame. Well, actually, it could be like Blood Red. That's kind of neat, but I've read the original.
Give into how they are perceived. They find it especially easy to maintain their chipper demeanor with a supportive.
I imagine this will be used by Team Cypher.
They love eating fruits and
mostly because the Team Grunts love their bat Pokemon.
Have been documented biting other Pokemon and even people. The
The least also
increases the power of biting moves, with a hidden ability being Infiltrator. A number of them sit up in the swamp trees and wave happily at you as you pass.
Hi!
Being so friendly,
go Pokeball.
Would certainly be a willing catch if you wanted one. Something larger squirms under the tree, though. Okay, we're gonna start out
a mosquito.
Vague with the
Grubbin.
start of this two-stage bug line.
Grubbin, Charjabug, and Vigavolt.
Fly with the second stage, which
the hell?
We don't have just like a normal fly Pokemon yet. But before we get there,
Vibrava, kinda.
Larva pupa design.
This thing's so derpy.
The worm-like larva, complete with the goofy little face, and the back half is the protective pupa casing.
Yeah, the shell.
Some spines.
She got spikes coming out of its nostrils. I am the walrus.
Not a whole lot to write home about with this design. It needs to be a big bug, but I really do love the dumb expression. Yeah, I don't know, it makes me happy. Okay, let's
it's so happy to be him.
Dupa. Pokemon.
I love him.
This larva
or her, whatever.
only ever has one thing on its mind: eating. A Pupa Dupa is somehow able to eat.
This is the joy of the region.
Residents of the Hoenn region have to protect their gardens from these enormous pests, but a well-trained Pupa Dupa can be trained as an effective lawnmower. The more they eat, the harder
so actually, you're using it as a lawnmower, like a regular one.
Evolving. The ability is thick fat, so that reduces damage.
Finally, Rotom Motor has some competition.
The ability being gluttony. It inches across the swampy ground, practically inhaling the tall grasses growing everywhere.
It's home sweet home.
Completely oblivious to your presence as it mindlessly eats and eats.
It eats, you get the idea.
You hear footsteps behind you.
Oh?
Did those Cypher Squad grunts circle around to take you by surprise?
Better not, we'll knock them out.
Emerging from the swamp.
The police?
Ooh-wee! I found him all right. There's the culprit.
Nice work, Deputy. Now you have the right to remain guilty of kidnapping Lazy Susie.
Wait, let's stop.
We got you!
Oh, no, wait. My mistake. This is just one of the Pines twins. And to think, we almost locked you away.
Ah, shucks.
I'm Sheriff Dubs, and this is my wonderful deputy, Blurlin.
That's me. I'm Blurlin.
Yes, you are. And don't ever change. Anyway,
I'm glad
some
they
of the
have
teens
someone
are
for
in a
each
fuss,
other.
saying that a
Something
couple
like
of
that.
figures kidnapped Lazy
I'm glad they
Susan
found each
and
other
fled into the
there.
swamps. You haven't seen anything, have you?
You explained that you were
I never
hot on
remember
their
the cop
trail, but
characters.
you've lost them now.
Well, shoot. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. I was hoping we would solve this case before that fancy officer from Interpol.
Every time I think of the cops, I just think of the
our
government
turf.
agents
We
from
should be
Johnny
solving this
Test.
case. But
Why are
we're
you
probably
police
gonna fail
officers?
again.
I blew up Malaysia.
The case that I'm on with you is a success.
Yeah, where do we look for clues next?
Maybe we check back at Susie's diner?
Oh-wee! That's where they have donuts and pie. We may have to confiscate that as evidence.
But Lazy
Might
Susan
just.
isn't there.
All right, kid. You stay
So who's
safe
gonna
out
make the
here.
food?
We have important police
The
business to
Pokemon?
attend to.
The two officers
Singular?
sit back the way they came. Something tells you that these two won't be solving the case anytime soon.
Whatever gave you that
Alone
idea.
again, you continue west. You eventually
Look at that.
can't ride your bike as the muddy terrain is
Forget. I
slowing
didn't
you
even remember what I
down
was
too
gonna
much.
say.
You hear more Pokemon around you and spot another couple new species. All right, this design turned into
The
a
hell was
wonderful,
that?
freaky coincidence. So this is based on the Groot slang of South Africa.
I'm
the
not
exact
familiar with that
descriptions
cryptid.
are a little tough to nail down, but
I'm not gonna lie, I saw the thing in the top right. I thought it was a giant toilet bowl.
That is the origin to both snakes and elephants. So we need a funky combination of the two.
This reminds me of that freaking woolly mammoth emu Pokemon from Amber. I meant to say.
That this thing could be related to one of my favorite designs from the prehistoric Palean region, Mimiton.
Yeah, that one.
False eyes, so it feels like an elephant. You know, the real face is at
Could
the
be
end
their
of the
own
trunk.
regional variants.
Yeah, it's just perfect, and I love getting.
Just
a
as a snake
nod
instead of
to
bird.
A previous region of mine. Okay.
Yeah,
let's
wink
go
and a
ahead
nod,
and
neat.
Meet Snooton.
Quite an interesting
The
design.
snake
I like
trunk
this.
Pokemon. This single-stage ground type seems to be related somehow to the extinct Mimiton that was recently revived in the Palean region.
I like the
Snooton
colors.
appears
Shiny too.
similar to Donphan and Caparaja, but their head is actually located at the end of their trunk-like neck. Though
Oh, the
large,
Caparaj,
they enjoy
well,
living underground
it's a fake
and
head,
digging with their
like
tusks.
middle in the body,
ability
but
is
I don't know
sand
what the
force,
eye's
so that
supposed to be
raises
then.
the power
The
of
ears?
ground, rock,
I
and
guess.
steel-type moves during a sandstorm, and the hidden ability is Sand Rush.
It's really interesting and unique design for
Stomps
Pokemon, but
out
one I
and
could
eyes
probably
you
see.
with suspicion as you pass, but your attention is drawn to something trying to
It's still kind of
sweetly
depressing that some
pull
fan
nearby.
series have more original
Time to
ideas for
travel
Pokemon
down
than the
under
actual
for
official
our
Pokemon.
take on
I will
the
never
Bunyip.
forgive Flamingo for just
Present
being a
in
flamingo.
Aboriginal
That's
stories
boring.
across Australia, the Bunyip is a terrifying creature
Or
with
freaking
varying
Clank.
descriptions.
Or Voltorb.
Always lives
I know they
in
can't
the
all be winners,
water,
but why are there so many
and is
losers?
An ambush predator, but sometimes it's like a seal, sometimes it's like the Loch Ness monster, or it's more crocodile.
And sometimes
just
it's
completely
Dave.
Beyond description. In fact, the first stage's main inspiration is a 1935 drawing of the Bunyip poking fun at all of the various descriptions. That sketch, you know,
It's
yep,
everything
that's
at
the first
once.
stage for sure.
Just
We'll let it get nice and intimidating when it evolves, but for now, it starts out.
this
as
is the
a
cryptid version of
certified
biblically
mover.
accurate angels,
Buck-toothed,
but far less
arms,
horrifying.
arms, I mean, what's not to love? Let's go ahead and meet Dweebip, the awkward Pokemon.
I kind of like the shiny
This
design more,
strange
except
water
for the
type
eyes.
is
The eyes
always
kind of
out of
lose
place.
me.
It is
And the
incredibly
top, the
clumsy
tooth
on land,
being
with
yellow, that
its noodle
kind of
arms
threw me
knocking
off.
things
I'm not a fan of
over, or
that. But
just managing
otherwise,
to
okay,
trip
so maybe I
over
like the original
itself.
better then.
Dweebip
It is
is
kinda
not
bad.
much better in the water, where
But
it
in my
doesn't so
opinion,
much
anyway.
swim as flail about in the water until it gets where it's going.
Maybe
It
green would have been a
longs
better
to be
color for the
helpful,
shiny.
but
I don't know.
Even the simplest task usually leads to more trouble. Its ability is
What a
Klutz,
derp.
so that keeps it from using held items, with the hidden ability being unaware. Oh, poor Dweebip. It flops up onto the shore and waddles over to greet you. It waves its long, floppy arms at you and manages to smack itself in the face. It's ready to catch if you wanted.
You
a
dork.
In fact, with Dweebip,
Aw, how could I hate
let's take
you?
a look at
Just
how
get in
our
the Pokeball.
Pokédex is coming along.
And then live in my PC for the
Not
rest of
too
your life.
shabby at all. all.
Yeah, I think we're
And
about
we can
halfway
see that
done.
we now have
And
a
look.
section at the bottom for our beast merge forms that we'll be running into along our adventure.
Some of these are
You
filled out
walk
already.
Even further into the swamp.
Wouldn't they be question
and are almost
marks?
ready to
Oops.
give up on the search when you hear footsteps.
Unless that was
coming
something we took
the
from like a
haze
live
in front
stream
of
or
you.
something.
It's difficult to make out who it is, but it appears to be just one person.
Looker.
Confidently towards you. But we'll pick up from there.
Oh my
in the
God,
next episode. Be
is
sure to
Looker gonna be like the
comment,
Grunkle
and
Stan's brother?
subscribe if you are enjoying
Oh my
the
God, that'd be
series.
crazy.
There is a new puzzle
Be
added
quite
to
the
the
twist.
Discord server, so be sure to check
But
out
yeah,
the
a
video
lot of
description
interesting new
for
Pokemon in this
details on how
swamp.
to
I
join
love the
the journal
freaking
this
Snail
February
dude with
5
that
if you
just
haven't
derpy
already joined
face.
us for
Got
that.
some derps in
Okay,
here, but hey, that's
I will
alright.
catch you in the next one.
I have some
Later,
kooky
nerds.
Pokemon. Like, I like with Pokemon designs that are kooky and just kind of like weird, but then you got them that are just like, it is the thing that they're trying to be. Just, no? Like, even just Grimer and Muck being a puddle of slime, I can kind of forgive that to an extent, but then you get, just, I don't know, there are variations. Some it's like, it's fine, and then some are like, really? I guess it is kind of like, just depends. Although Grimer might just get away with it as a grandfather clause, you know? It's been around for so long, you can't imagine it not existing. Well, the Alolan version is kind of better, just for the sake of it's not just a pile of slime, it's a rainbow pile of slime. Completely different. There's a line. But, yeah, man, just imagine walking around the forest and that snake dragon mammoth thingy pops out of nowhere. It's like, whoa, okay. Like, it's like, you know, you're walking through the woods and then that freaking snake head comes out of the corner, like, ugh. It's one of those where you're just like, man, the Pokemon world is horrifying. I mean, I'd like to live there, but, geez, it's horrifying. It's always kind of probably just to be like, this is a world you don't want to live in. You a 10-year-old with a fire-breathing dragon. Yeah, I have the fire-breathing dragon, though, so shut up. And plus, plus the worst thing that happens in the Pokemon universe is the legendary getting is a. Well, actually, there are some problems in the Pokemon world, but I'd still rather live there. Why does the fantasy lands get all the cool stuff? It's not fair. Right. But yeah, lots of the cool new Pokemon designs. That bat thing should be interesting to go into. It's nuts. Although I can't think of it straight because I watched SAO Abridged recently with episode 18. It's I'm not gonna spoil anything for those who haven't seen it, but ugh. I'm not ready for bats. Anyway, yeah, these are some good designs for Pokemon and interesting swap things. Those cop people will probably be interesting going forward. I never remember the cops because most I've done kids cartoons, so like they're just kind of copy paste. They're incompetent and they love their donuts. It's just like, okay, I know why that's the case because the cops were competent and they just do the job themselves. But it's like, why are they always that way? I don't know. I also don't know any way to fix that, so whatever. At least they're likable in the show, you know? That's what matters at the end of the day, that they're likable. Chief Wiggin, an incompetent police officer, has a lot of freaking funny lines. Freaking guy speeds right past and just like, hold on there. Where they're going, they don't need laws. Like, what? Ay. Hey. Anyway, I have much else to say here, so I guess I'll just end it here. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Interesting new Pokemon in the Swamp. Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time. Later.